Welcome to this video of the Leadership Masterclass. In this video, I would like to talk with you about the empathy quotient. And what I want to do with you is now the final test of this course. I want to do with you an empathy quotient test. And this actually is a test from the University of Cambridge, or at least based on the research made by the University of Cambridge. And it is all about measuring your EQ, so empathy quotient. We don't necessarily mean emotional quotient, even though in most cases it's basically the same. People regard it as the same. So let me read out this here first. The empathy quotient is a 60-item questionnaire. There's also a shorter one, 40-item version, designed to measure empathy in adults. The test was developed by Simon Baron-Cohen at ARC, the Autism Research Center at the University of Cambridge. Clinically, the empathy measurements provided by the EQ are used by mental health professionals in assessing the level of social impairment in certain disorders like autism. However, since levels of empathy vary significantly between individuals, even those without any mental disorders, it is also suitable for use as a casual measure of temperamental empathy by or for the general population. Below is a list of statements. Please read each statement carefully and rate how strongly you agree or disagree with it by selecting the circle under your answer. There are no right and no wrong answers, or just simply tick the questions. So what I want to do with you is I just want to fill all of these out. Now, these are 60 different questions, so it may take some time until we're done with that. If you want to also do the test, just simply type in psychology tools, and then afterwards empathy quotient. So the URL is psychology-tools.com/empathy quotient and then / again. So this is basically what I want you to do. Just go there or type in psychology tools and then empathy quotient, and you will find this test. So let us start with the first one. Number 1, I can easily tell if someone else wants to enter a conversation. So I strongly agree with that. I know when people want to do that. Then I prefer animal to humans. Well, actually, I slightly disagree. Then I try to keep up with the current trends and fashions. Strongly agree. Then I find it difficult to explain to other things that I understand easily when they don't understand it the first time. So actually, I strongly disagree with that because, well, I'm an online teacher, so I shouldn't think that this, I shouldn't strongly agree with that. Then I dream most nights. Actually, I strongly agree. I dream almost every night. Then I really enjoy caring for other people. Definitely do. I try to solve my own problems rather than discussing them with others. Actually, yeah, slightly agree. Then I find it hard to know what to do in a social situation. Absolutely disagree. Then I'm at my best first thing in the morning. Yes. People often tell me that I went too far in driving my point home in discussion. Actually, I've never heard anyone say that to me. Then it doesn't bother me too much if I'm late meeting a friend. It bothers me quite a lot. So it doesn't bother me to, so this one right here. Friendships and relationships are just too difficult, so I tend to not bother with them. Strongly disagree. I would never break a law, no matter how minor. Actually, I'm not sure what I should say right here. Maybe I slightly disagree. Maybe if it's a minor one, maybe. So then I often find it difficult to judge if something is rude or polite. Strongly disagree. Then in a conversation, I tend to focus on my own thoughts rather than on what my listeners might be thinking. Strongly disagree. Then I prefer practical jokes to verbal humor. Actually, well, maybe yes. Actually, sometimes I have quite a simple humor. Then I live life for today rather than for the future. Slightly disagree. When I was a child, I enjoyed cutting up worms to see what would happen. I've never done that. Always thought it would be disgusting. But then I can pick up quickly if someone says one thing but means another. Absolutely. Then I tend to have very strong opinions about morality. Yes, actually too. It is hard for me to see why some things upset people so much. Strongly disagree. Then I find it easy to put myself in somebody else's shoes. Strongly disagree. I think that good manners are the most important thing a parent can teach their child. Actually, maybe yes. Then I like to do things on the spur of the moment. Actually, no, I completely disagree. Then I'm good at predicting how someone will feel. Yes. Then I'm quick to spot when someone in a group is feeling awkward and is uncomfortable. Yes, absolutely. If I say something that someone else is offended by, I think that's their problem, not mine. I actually strongly disagree. I always think about what the logical reason could be. Then if someone asked me if I liked their haircut, I would reply truthfully, even if I didn't like it. Actually, I think I will leave it like that. Then I can't always see why someone should have felt offended by a remark. I actually strongly disagree by that. Then people often tell me that I'm very unpredictable. No, actually not. Then I enjoy being the center of attention at any social gathering, maybe a little bit. Then seeing people cry doesn't really upset me. Strongly disagree. It upsets me, to be honest, a lot. Then I enjoy having discussions about politics. Actually, yes, I do. Then I'm very blunt, which some people take to be rudeness, even though this is unintentional. Strongly disagree. Then I don't find social situations confusing. Absolutely. Then other people tell me I'm good at understanding how they are feeling and what they are thinking. Yep. Then when I talk to people, I tend to talk about their experiences rather than my own. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Then it upsets me to see an animal in pain. Absolutely. I'm able to make decisions without being influenced by people's feelings. Well, always a little bit. Then I can't relax until I've done everything I had planned that day. Yes, actually strongly agree. Then I can easily tell if someone else is interested or bored with what I'm saying. Yeah, I get upset if I see people suffering on news programs. Absolutely. Friends usually talk to me about their problems as they say that I'm very understanding. Absolutely. I can sense if I am intruding, even if the other person doesn't tell me. Yeah. Then I often start new hobbies but quickly become bored with them and move on to something else. Actually, not really. People sometimes tell me, or maybe a little bit, people sometimes tell me that I have gone too far with teasing. No, I think I'm too old for that. I would be too nervous to go on a big roller coaster. Maybe a little bit. Then other people often say that I'm insensitive, though I don't always see why. And then 49, if I see a stranger in a group, I think that it is up to them to make an effort to join in. Not really. Then I usually stay emotionally detached when watching a film. Well, maybe a little bit. Then I like to be very organized in day-to-day life and often make lists of the chores that I have to do. Absolutely. I can tune into how someone else feels rapidly and intuitively. Yep, I don't like to take risks. Actually, like that maybe. I can easily work out what another person might want to talk about. Yep. If I can tell if someone is masking their true emotion. Yep. Then before making a decision, I always weigh up the pros and cons. Absolutely. I don't consciously work out the rules of social situations. Well, actually, strongly disagree. I do that quite a lot. I'm good at predicting what someone will do. Yep. I tend to get emotionally involved with a friend's problems often, and then I can usually appreciate the other person's viewpoint even if I don't agree with it. Yep. And then let's have a look at the answers. So click on score my answers. And now let's have a look. Your empathy quotient score was 71 out of a possible of 80. Scores above 30 are generally not indicative of an autism spectrum disorder. So basically 71 out of 80 is actually quite good. I think, of course, it could be better, but I don't say that I'm the most empathetic person in the world. I think, I'm quite empathetic, but I think actually the score is quite good. So anyway, that was it now here for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope we can see each other in one of the other videos.